faced at least a question or two about OU. Our Chris Williams made the trip. Chris, a week in Nashville, not too tough an assignment.
Yeah, John, didn't love paying $9 for every beer, but as far as the rest of Nashville, it's fantastic. The passion and buzz you feel at these SEC events is just different. It really feels like people care a little extra. My main takeaways of the week: Georgia truly believes it can be the first team to three-peat since the 1930s, and after OU leaves their schedule and Ball State is replaced for this year, that path is definitely there. The biggest obstacle, fighting complacency. Bama still feels like the top dog, though. When Nick Saban talks, everybody listens, and they listen intently. Lastly, realignment may be a season away, but OU and Texas definitely on the front of the minds of all the current SEC teams. Oklahoma was mentioned 45 times throughout the 14 head coach press conferences, all talking about how much the Sooners add to this conference.
Texas, Oklahoma coming in is amazing. I mean, I already look at our schedule, or like when they put out the one for 2024, and I was like, well, I don't know any coach that want to go to the NFL. Like, we're in it now. So, I mean, our schedule's like playing the NFL, especially adding those two.
Certainly feel like they're ready. They've great tradition at that place. Excited about going back to Norman in 2024. We got a lot of football to play before then, but that's a proud program with great leadership from under Joe Castiglione, and excited about having OU and Texas in this awesome conference.
Boy, did Lane Kiffin have him a night out before that. I mean, he looked pitiful.
A bunch of $9 beers, right, Chris?
Hey, I got to ask you, how was the Oklahoma-Texas talk, and how do the SEC people feel OU fits in terms of game day experience?
Yeah, well, a lot of respect for these two programs. Obviously, they've historically been very good. There's a lot of talk about how the atmosphere would fit in. Commissioner Sankey said Austin last year for the Alabama-Texas game felt like an SEC atmosphere. It felt familiar. He said he feels like Norman fits that too. The hard part will be getting used to having that atmosphere every single game, 4 or 5 road games a year. That doesn't necessarily happen in the Big 12.
Auburn's tough. Just ask them.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, how good do they think OU is going to be? OU and Texas going to be when they get into the league?
Well, we heard that one LSU guy say they don't know what they're getting into. But for the most part, by and large, people were saying, look, Oklahoma, Texas, they know how to win. They know how to adjust. They have experience on the coaching staffs. It seems like most people feel like they'll come right in and compete. Maybe not be Alabama, Georgia right away, but there's nobody taking these schools lightly, and you know they're going to want to beat them, especially in year one.
Hey, good to have you back, pal.
Thank you.
Great work. He was down in Dallas with us, Arlington, and then shifted on over to the SEC. I was afraid he was going to head out west and try to do the Pac-12, try to do the Pac-12 duty.
If Texas had a sales tax, he'd owe it, and so Tennessee, too.